What's going on, everybody? What it do? What it do? What it do? You are listening to your number one crew. This is Over the Roads Wrestling Podcast, and welcome to a special episode. It is special because we are here on Friday at what's the time? 7:25 p.m. This is OTR Mic Drop. You know me. Hey, the Oracle, Mr. Premonition, Mr. Friday Night Mic Drop, Mr. Elbow Drop, Mr. People's Elbow, 1, 2, 3, Mr. Strutting like what? Nah, all right, that's too much.
What's good, everybody? This your boy Jay, aka. Well, you know what? I'm no longer ranting, Jay. If you look at the name, I am officially part-time Jay.
Oh shit! I just noticed that.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Oh my god!
he done embraced it.
I had to.
I don't know. It was a close tie, Jay. It was a close one. You know what? We can make a shirt off that have you like halfway in the door, halfway out the door. You know, that'd be a dope shirt. That's like a sale.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your man Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Friday Night Trey, and we got a lot to talk about. Well, we do, but we don't. I think it just depends on how y'all feel about the topics.
I mean,
Uh,
we gonna roll through them because, like I said, it's Friday night, so you know it's shit popping on Friday. So, but just a disclaimer: this says boy dad, not bad boy. I do not support puffy
No
baby
Diddy.
oil combs. Yeah,
No
no
Diddy.
Diddy. So,
what about King Combs?
No.
uh, he can't stop, but he need to stop. Okay, there we go. But what you want to start with? I think we
Well,
should just go.
the first two is easy because I don't even know if y'all
Yeah,
watched them.
I did. Actually, I did. AEW Revolution. It was good except for the last match. The
Yeah.
whole the whole show was good except for the championship match. And I'm like, how do you fumble the biggest match of the night?
By not letting what should have main event.
And it's not even who won. It and you mean Mariah May
Yep.
and Tony Storm should have ended the night. I
Yep.
agree. I agree. But you know what I'm saying? You got two of the biggest household names in professional wrestling ending the show, and it was just so many botches and the shit that was going on, and then what got added to it, and that didn't even make an impact. Like it was just, I don't know. It was
I mean, come on now. This is AEW. What did you expect?
Well, normally
so
they knock it out the park with their pay-per-views. Those don't be the problem normally.
yeah, it really is. They pay-per-views is usually good.
When AEW's strength is when they can solely focus on one big show, not a continuous show right now.
Yeah,
Because when you do one big show, you're able to throw all the surprises you want in there, all the crazy stuff, all like everything that would draw a fan to watch your show. You could do it in that one big show, but when you got to continue it on, that's when they start dropping the ball.
yeah. And you know, a lot that we have discussed is how in depth their match card is for their pay-per-views. 10 match card, 10 match card, 10 match card.
It's
Nine
too
of the
much.
match, but none of those matches served its purpose, and it was just that 10th match it flopped. Um,
Ten,
Crazy
10
thing is,
matches. 10 matches on a pay-per-view live event, premium live event, whatever you want to call it. 10 matches is too much. It's a
when it's
lot.
yeah,
only
that's
one one night.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I considered doing a watch along, a watch party for this. Had it been on a Saturday or a Friday, I might have done it. But it being on a Sunday, I
Yeah,
watched it without streaming, and that thing ended at 12:30. I can't. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I can't.
Mm-mm.
But
That's
yeah, man, I would say everything was good. The Ricochet, Swerve match was really good. I like how
Yep.
they teased the Nana heel turn, but it
Mm-hmm.
didn't happen. I like how they came back to save the main event at the end.
Yeah. No, literally,
Um,
Rick, literally, Swerve saved it at the end. Like, yeah,
uh, what was it? Christian is an idiot. I don't know what that was.
bro. How
Jay
many
White,
times?
Jay White coming down there. Oh my God.
Yo, so I got a question. Has Christian ever won Money in the Bank?
No,
He never won Money in the Bank. Okay,
no.
because I was about to say he just doesn't have success when it comes to like cashing in his opportunity. Mind you, he wasn't given the name the opportunist. That's his counterpart. But I was like, bro, he had a contract and he was the one who got defeated.
Christian's the only title reign came from when Edge retired, and then they threw the belt on Christian for
He
a
came back to
couple.
help him against. He came back to help him against Del Rio with the ladder match, and Christian won it that way.
True that. Yep.
Then his feud with Randy.
But
But speaking of, so the cash in. Okay, so I had forgotten this about AEW. So he had it in that little metal case thing. I
hmm
forgot that when he hands it over, he has to sign it. So if somebody had took it and signed it, they would have got his title shot.
yeah,
Because a lot of people
it,
thought a lot of people thought that's
it's
what Jay White was going to do.
so they got that shit from TNA because that was the
Mm.
TNA original thing when they used to have it was on Destination X and they used to have all the briefcase hanging from the top and they were numbered and so everybody's scrambling fighting to see what briefcase they're gonna get. So it was probably like maybe two people out of a group of eight did not get a briefcase. So you had six briefcases up there. And within those six briefcases was a contract for which championship that you were going to fight with. And it was either a tag team, you got to find a tag team partner to do it, or it was like the X division, then mid card, and then a world championship. So, they kind of got that from TNA, but I was just like, oh wow. So yeah, you had Mox choke out Christian after he signed the contract. I was like, oh, okay. So I mean it was a good way to say Colt and he ended up getting a rematch. So
Mhm.
We
um
don't want that.
Mariah May and Tony Storm, no, that was definitely the best match of the night. The storytelling in that, just everything. Tony Storm cutting the life out of her forehead, and even saying, "Damn, I went too deep." Pause. Um, um, but it was a good match. Like everything about that match served its purpose. I do say that I feel as though you know they do have a stronger women's division. As far as wrestlers per se, I feel like WWE could be on the come up, but that's just needless to time will tell.
I'm gonna have to go back and re-rank uh my women's all-time feuds because this is up there. This story been going on for like a year, a little
Mhm.
bit longer,
Yeah,
and the twists and turns. I literally watched the AEW put a compilation video out about the feud, and I watched it, and I was like, I forgot all this shit happened. And you could literally see, you could see how it all started with Tony turning on Soraya and them and Ruby Soho, and
yeah,
when
Mhm.
she first started becoming timeless Tony Storm, and then how Mariah May made her debut, and then she kept trying to be. Remember when WWE? Remember when it was Tori, not Tori Wilson, but the other Tori, and she was a fan of was it Sable that she was stalking?
You talk about Terry Reynolds?
No,
No,
Tori,
he's
X
talking
Pac
about
girl.
Tori. I think wasn't her name like Tori or something like that.
Yeah, she was blind. She
Yep,
joined DX for a little bit because she was with X Pac.
yep.
She when she
Yeah,
first debuted, she was stalking somebody. I think it was Sable.
yeah,
I can't remember. What's up, Xandal? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was her. But that's how it
yeah,
kind of started. And then remember when Mickey was low key stalking Trish?
Mhm.
That's kind of how they did it with the Tori. I mean the Tony and Mariah May. She was like her number one fan, trying to learn everything from her. And then when she won the Owen Hart Classic, she turned on it. Like it was a lot.
yeah.
But I'm really loving that. Oh, shout out to Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay. That cage match was insanity.
Yeah,
Insanity.
it was. And shout out to Will Ospreay. He has gotten a record 48 5-star matches. 48.
Okay,
I've never heard of anything like that, but 48
okay.
5-star matches.
Let's put this into perspective.
I was waiting for when it was gonna come.
Half of these 5-star matches, who they coming from? Is it Meltzer?
I think so.
Um, it might be Meltzer.
Because he the only one that I know that actually talks about 5-star matches
It
consistently
had to
like
be.
that.
And then they recently, like, they did an interview with him yesterday, I think. Chris Van Vliet did a interview with him, and that's when they were talking about like all his 5-star matches.
And then cause Omega and Okada, they've gotten 6-star matches before. I didn't even know
True.
that was a thing.
Okay, and that's the thing. What displays the stars in a match?
I
Well,
mean,
if you watch WWE 2K, they have it in the corner.
they factor in everything. So they factor in, I guess you could say, the chemistry, the energy. They factor in the moves. They factor in like how you get the
Story.
crowd involved, the storyline, like all that stuff. Some of them I agree with. Meltzer is a little exaggerates. He exaggerates a lot with his 5-star matches. I agree with some of them that he has given 5 stars to, but then there are some matches where I'm like,
Okay,
mm,
so it's 49 actually to be exact, and he gave him two 5-star matches in one night.
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, we're done here. But speaking of 5-star matches, uh Kenny beat Takeshita for the international championship.
Yeah,
Okada retained
Jay don't like
his.
that.
Now, but wait, he might like this, or maybe he won't. He probably gonna hate this. But they're actually considering merging those two belts. Some people are saying that that could finally give them their own intercontinental championship because you have the international championship, the continental championship. So why are they together?
Oh wow,
Oh my god.
Because
that's
honestly,
true.
the continental championship is kind of worthless. Like I don't even I don't even know what it's for. Because I feel like it was part of that three belt that like that triple crown shit that Eddie Kingston won, where it was like three different belts that he collected.
Yeah, it really was.
So there's really no point to have it. It's just there. And we
Yeah,
always talk about how they have too many belts anyway. So
yeah,
The,
it's
the belt
definitely a filler.
collecting at AEW is tragic. That's all I'm gonna
it's
say.
it's atrocious at this point.
It is. It is.
I liked when Kenny first did it. I liked it because you never really saw nobody do it except so was it like Ultimo Dragon that he used to have like 7 belts when he came to
Hmm.
WCW, but
It
you hadn't
was
seen it
cool.
since then.
It was cool when he first did it, but then after we went on like month number 8 and him coming in with all these damn belts, I'm like, all right, I'm over this shit. And then here it is, Kenny going for another belt, and I'm like, oh my god, like
Well,
this is
well, it's not just him. You got Mercedes that's now the new belt collector because Tony Storm called her out Wednesday about that.
true. That's why I said the belt collecting in AEW is just it's tragic. Like it's
I liked it because it was like I don't know if y'all remember this. Remember when the Hardys? It was an online thing, but they were literally going to every promotion, small or big, and taking their tag titles,
Yeah, I remember
and they
that.
were becoming the collector of belts. I did like that, and then that was a little internet thing, and then they would bring them to TNA too. And then
Yeah,
when Kenny started doing it, I was like, okay, this is cool. He got the AAA championship, he got AEW. He didn't have Japan, but he had the TNA championship. I was like,
didn't
okay,
he
this is pretty
fight for
dope.
Japan? Because that's when we were. That's when I was arguing about it because he had a match for the New Japan World
Yeah.
Heavyweight Championship, and I'm like, I'm
yeah.
over this shit. Like, listen,
Would it
I'm
did it
okay.
matter who it was, or did you just not like the belt collecting at all, just in general?
So it's not about who it is, right? Kenny Omega's cool. All right, whatever. My thing is that You do something once, make it a big thing, promote the hell out of it, and then move on, right? You don't constantly keep doing the same thing, but it's like a big circle with them. It's a
Well,
revolving circle.
it's a short circle. They don't give it time to marinate, right? They don't give it time to become history.
Yeah.
They rush the process.
Yep.
So even like when we had, two title, two main title champions, it was a while. The last person that we had saw do that was what when Randy, John Cena, and Daniel Bryan was in their little feud when they had the World Championship and the WWE Championship, and then we went on a gap to where nobody really wasn't holding two titles unless it was like tag team titles in the main championship until we got Roman, who had two of the main titles. So WWE gave it some time before they reprocessed that. AEW, it was just like, damn, I think it's only been a year, like between Kenny and Mercedes doing it.
Yeah,
Like
but
it ain't been that much.
you got to look at the difference though, right? They put both titles on Roman because they were looking to merge them and get rid
Yeah,
of the Universal Championship.
right, right.
That makes sense, right? For I mean, since they came out with the Universal Championship, we all hated it.
Yeah,
I never liked the fact that they scrapped the World Heavyweight Championship, and I think the backlash from that is the reason why they finally decided, all right, we need to go back to the World Heavyweight Championship.
yeah.
But you know how WWE is, they're stubborn. They were like, well, we're already in it, so we need to rock with it for a while before we change anything anyway. Um,
I will say, Mercedes at least doesn't have the main championship. She got the mid card title. I feel like all her titles are mid card titles.
true.
They are. Ooh, wait.
Yeah,
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
I was about to say it if you didn't.
Ooh, what? Ooh, you about to say what?
Call her mid card Monet. And I like
I,
Mercedes. I
you're
feel horrible
right.
saying that.
And I was about to say,
But
what
all
did
her
that say
titles are
about
mid
her?
card titles. But what does
Mm,
Vandal says? He said it doesn't mean anything in the States because most of those titles are from places that people don't know anything about slash care about. Add that part too.
I agree with that, and then I disagree with that. You have a lot more people that watch the indie circuit and they follow it. The problem is that it's not on mainstream TV. So the only way to really follow the matches or follow is online. Um,
uh-huh.
People are
so
online every day, so I mean, it shouldn't be hard to
that's what I'm
follow it.
saying. So I think that like I said, I agree with it and I disagree with it because you have more people now who are following them indie promotions have huge followings, big
Hmm.
fans.
And then before we get out of here with this topic, MJF Hangman. MJF has only lost clean like it's like a handful of times.
Hmm.
Uh, it's like four or five, I think they said, since he lost his championship to Samoa Joe. That was one. Then he lost to he beat Adam Cole, but he just lost to Hangman. And there's like one other person that's beaten him. So MJF don't lose a lot.
Right.
So it's a big deal.
Uh, I would like to put on record that MJF has is now the owner of the biggest pause move in wrestling history.
Oh, when he took
Yeah,
his junk and
yeah, yeah, yeah. You would have
oh
caught a He would have caught a receipt from that from me. I don't care. Nah, you would got a receipt, bro. That shit. I'd be like, that shit was not in the script. Nah, nah. You
how
about
you
to?
know?
Hey
It probably
man,
was. It probably
I was how
was.
you know?
you gotta
It
do
probably
some
was.
crazy things to stay relevant nowadays.
It probably was, but hey, nah.
Um, what did y'all have a take on what Bully Ray said about the MJF match? Did you see what he said?
Nah, what did he say? I probably missed that one.
So
Cause
he said, I posted it in the story. It might still be in there. I thought I saved it. But anyway, he said that he loves MJF, but the fact that MJF could hit a pile driver on a chair and still lose the match, he hates it because that's supposed to be one of those devastating moves that you shouldn't be losing the match after you hit one of those, especially on a steel chair.
I agree
So
with you. I actually
I
agree with that.
and that I was about to say the same thing, and I'm glad Bully Ray said that because that's something that we're seeing a lot in professional wrestling now is that
Tony Storm's finisher is the pile driver.
foreign objects are not effective anymore. You get what I'm saying? You could throw some steps at them. I remember back in the video games, you threw a step at somebody and busted their head open. That's the end of the match. I'm pinning you 1, 2, 3. We out of here.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, I put you through a table, you still kicking out. I hit you with a chair, you kicking out. Hit you with brass knucks, you kicking out. Do a power driver on a chair, you kicking out. Like you really the only time you really see that they don't kick out is like most of the women's matches, except for what was that Revolution. Just because how the story was and whatever. It was a good match, but then you go to SmackDown when they had that street fight for the women's U.S. title. Hit a fucking what move did she hit to Mi Chin? Was it a
What's it called?
it was yeah, it was a what you call it Canadian Destroyer on the
Yeah.
chair,
Oh,
and guess what? Pinned her ass, and then that was it. Like anything that's done on a table, chair, steps, stuff like that, that needs to be like the finisher of it all. That needs to be the end of the match. I
I
agree with
think the problem is the rarity of it, right? You
you.
don't really have other than AEW, who I mean, they might as well start changing their names to damn ECW because it seems like they always have some type of extreme rule style match. But it's the rarity of using props or objects or whatever, tables, chairs, all that stuff. You don't really have that much in these matches anymore, right? So when they do have like with KO and Sammy with the unsanctioned match, or they do have a ladder match, or they do have something like that, when they're finally using these
Hmm.
objects, they're going more for the cheap pop,
Yeah,
right? They don't
yeah.
want to just end it because they're getting choke slammed through a table and then
Nah, and I
they
get
want
that.
to they want to keep the crowd excited. They got to kick out. Nobody should kick out after being put through a table 3 4 times, right? But yet we
Yeah,
get it all the time in wrestling
yeah.
because we don't get those matches like we used to back in the day. They're not
So
as
like a unsanctioned match, a street fight, maybe a Hell in a Cell, maybe elimination chamber. I'm cool with it.
yeah.
Now, you just throw in even maybe a TLC match, give or take, right? I'm just saying if you fucking falling from a damn ladder onto a table, I don't expect your ass to get up, right? I just don't expect that. So certain matches, yes, but then if it's just like, oh, I'm bringing in a chair and I do a move on the chair and then you kick out when I pin you, I'm like, what? Like that's not even supposed to be a part of the match. Like,
But
that's but
they got to protect themselves from botch. I mean, like one of the big ones was who was John Cena wrestling at one time when it was a tables match for the title, and he got pushed off the second rope into a table, and you could tell he lost his balance and went through the table, but the match had to end because he went through the table. I can't remember. I'm trying to figure out who that match was against, but
if I'm thinking it might have been Batista.
it might have been. But I
It
remember that
might.
'cause he lost the
Yeah, I
title
remember. Yeah,
because he
he did.
lost the title when he went through that match. I mean, when he went through that table. And
Right.
you got things like that are a factor. That's why they don't
Mhm.
really have, if you look at it, they don't really have table matches just by themselves anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
always some type of extreme rules match, and then they use the table in general,
Mhm.
or ladder matches, cage matches. Hell, this cage match that we had between Seth Rollins and CM Punk was the first cage match that WWE's had in what? How long? I can't remember the last cage match that they had.
Now I'm free.
The last cage match on free TV, I think it might have been Becky versus Liv.
Mm.
It was on Raw.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think that was the
yeah,
last one. Yep.
the last
Mm.
one on TV. And then this is the last thing about AEW, blood. So people were saying that if you were going to, because Osprey and Fletcher went on after, they were saying if you were going to have Tony Storm and Mariah May bleed like that, then the Osprey and Fletcher match shouldn't have been as fucking bloody as it was. Like if you're gonna have one, you shouldn't have multiple matches like that. That's what people are saying online.
I already told you what AEW should be called.
Moxley
Blood
didn't
sport.
bleed.
That's a
Um.
surprise.
Okay. Maybe the distance between the matches should have been a factor. Like you get what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
maybe Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay's match should have been closer to the beginning, knowing that Tony Storm and them were going to be closer to the end, just to give it a gap period. But you talk about two matches out of 10 had blood in it. I don't think that's too much of a big deal, especially
Not
because of the
just
type.
not just blood,
No, I know, like motherfucking, they need to get blood
like a
transfusions
it was
after
like a
those
murder
matches.
scene. It was like a
Right.
murder scene
So,
after that
but
shit.
I'm saying with those two matches, because of the stakes that was on the line and the type of matches that they were, I didn't see a problem with it. For the first time,
Exactly.
I didn't see a problem with it. So
Yeah, because it was literally the blow off to both feuds.
yeah, and see that's the thing. Usually we were so accustomed to every Moxie match, it was blood. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it was kind of like overboard. Like, oh, Moxie's
That's
in the
probably
ring.
why the that's probably why the match was ass because he didn't bleed.
Maybe,
All right,
maybe.
but like hold on. Ooh, excuse me, I was trying to mute myself.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right, so oh, I did a I did a watch party for this on Tuesday, and ooh, damn,
Bless you.
and Mr. Zandal 316 joined me for Roadblock WWE Roadblock 2025. Um, this was very predictable. I think everything literally went the way we said it was going to go, and I guess, and also it was on free TV. It was on the CW. They ended at 9:58.
Yep. And no titles
Um,
changed
except for one.
except for the last, which we
Yeah,
predicted.
which we all called. Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did like how Booker T started going ham when Julia and Stephanie both did the move
Oh
with
yeah.
the with the ass to the face or whatever.
Yeah.
She, but that
You
match
know,
was really good though.
side note, they talking about finding her for that.
Who?
What?
Stephanie?
Yeah, they talking
Because of the
about
type because of the type of ring gear she had on, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
They
mean
talk
her
about they talk
her
about
only
doing
ring
her.
gear?
I was okay with it.
I think it
I'm
was
about to
more
say
because
I already
it
seen
was
it.
on free TV.
Well,
So
first of all, cameraman,
All her matches are
you
like
did a
that.
but cameraman, you did a great poor job. Okay, you did a great poor job. I mean, that probably was the same cameraman that caught Jada Parker slipping.
that's what I was about to say. Listen, AEW need to sit down and have a conversation with their women in their women's
You
division
talk about
because
NXT? NXT.
them NXT women, boy,
Yeah,
they going in.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, everything went Jordan Grace and Roxanne. It was a good match. Like I said, Roxanne never needs to win another match on NXT. She's done with them.
Yeah.
She's on Raw. She's on Raw now. Um, who else was it? Cora Jade fought last night, and she's fighting
Um,
tonight. She's fighting tonight too, because at 7, actually right now, well, 8 o'clock in about 6 minutes, TNA Sacrifice is coming on.
that's
They have
crazy.
the
That's
weirdest. They have the weirdest nights for their pay-per-views.
I mean,
It'd be
I
a
mean, it,
Friday. It'd be a Wednesday. It'd be whatever day they want.
but it was cool. It's cool for them too, especially with them being branded, not branded, but in business relationship with WWE, knowing WWE was overseas and their show came on earlier today, so it works. Except for those people who actually is watching it in 6 minutes,
Yeah.
unlike us, thanks to Treyway, who was blowing up the feed.
Well, the first link that I sent wasn't working. It
Yeah, I
was
saw that.
showing it was showing the SmackDown from last week, so I had to make sure I got the one for today.
Yeah.
Because of the
Well,
stuff that happened on there, I'm glad that I didn't wait until 8 o'clock because they already blowing it up on IG.
Yeah.
none of those feeds that you sent work for me, but I have other ways.
I mean,
Oh wow.
live stream too worked for me, Trey. So that's the one that I caught it
Oh well, shit.
on the
All
second
right,
link.
well,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but shit, I got it. Got me through my last 3 hours of work. Um, but yeah. So who else? Who else fought? Oh, the Hardys.
Yeah,
Once I
they
realized
retained.
that it was for the TNA championships, okay, they weren't losing. Once I realized Moose and Oba was for the NXT, wasn't losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Javon, that was a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he does a flying RKO still kills me.
Bro. And that flying RKO onto the table, like that dude, yo, when I'm talking about they had a cruiserweight division, like he definitely would be the champion. Like that dude,
Young
he's an
OG.
athlete, man. I can say now, like, they definitely found a replacement for Ricochet as far as like highlight reel type stuff.
Hmm. And he got the aura like Trick.
Yep.
So when Trick finally goes up after Mania, because that's what's happening.
Hey man,
They
shout
got.
out to our young black athletes, man. You know, shout out to them, bro.
Oh, we're gonna talk about some black folk here in a minute.
Yeah.
There was a list that
Yes.
came out.
Bro, that list
um,
is crazy.
but we gonna get to that later. But did y'all have anything? Oh, shout out to so rumor has it that Julia is hurt, which is why this match happened so quickly with no real build to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Stephanie won. So what do we? How long do we think Julia's gonna be out? I don't think I read how long or what kind of injury it is.
It was from what I knew, like it was like 4 to 6 months. I forget what the injury because they were talking about it like a couple weeks ago when they actually named the match that was going to be happening. But yeah, once they kept saying that it's a certain superstar that between them two that was hurt, and I was like, it can't be Stephanie. Like she just got
They,
there.
they they
Like
literally just put the belt on. They literally just put the belt on Stephanie 2 days prior before that story came out.
right. So I was like, yeah. And then as you see, Julia really wasn't like she wasn't defending the title like that. So that's how I
Or it
knew
was
like okay,
multi-man matches.
yeah, like so she was protected a lot. But yeah, I mean the match was good. Moose and Oba was good. Um,
Oba got
you
the
know,
got the Undertaker stamp of approval.
yeah, yeah,
So I mean, shit, we'll see. I
yeah.
mean, shout out to the Undertaker. He got Mickey James kicked off LFG for his wife.
That's crazy.
I'm talking about
That's that
crazy
that
work.
is that is nasty because she came in to help her because she called her, and next thing
No,
you know, she
she
getting her
came.
spot.
She came to help him, and then Mickey asked
Oh
for
yeah, yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. She came in to
yeah,
help take her, and then Mickey was like, "Yo, can you help me out over here?" See, that's
yep.
why. See, man, that's why you can't just be letting everybody help you out, man. Look what happened.
No, well, maybe she'll be a commentator on Evolve or something like that, or the women or the new women's revolution shit,
But
the
speaking of
women's evolution.
but speaking of Mickey James, she gave Jada Parker the rub on NXT.
Yeah,
So she gave her blessing. So because you had a lot of LF, they're really pushing LFG. Have y'all been watching it? I haven't.
yeah, I have.
Um,
So I haven't been able to watch full episodes. I've been watching clips of it as it
okay.
pops up. But I need to go back and watch it because the clips that I see, I'm like, all right, this actually seems like a good show. Like I need,
Especially, hey, especially the shit that Bully got going on, bro. Like,
Oh, with
hey,
BJ.
yeah, man. Hey,
Yeah,
Bully don't play.
I get secondhand embarrassment a lot. So when they had that promo segment with Punk, I couldn't fully watch it. I have to let it happen and then go back and watch it after I know what happened.
Right.
My
you
secondary embarrassment is too high, and
you
I
was
can't even
feeling
finish it and
embarrassed
stuff
for
like
them.
that.
It'd be
Yes, it is.
cringe. Yeah,
It's awful when it's too cringy like that. I can't watch it. Like I just can't.
hey, I'm the same way, man. I'll turn on the game and just be like letting it play, and I'm be like, oh. Not saying that I could do any better, though. I feel like I could cut a mean promo if I was given time. You know what I'm saying? But like
It's
just
being put on the
listening,
spot. It's being put on the spot and in the
yeah.
moment.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and then
but
Punk talking about some take this microphone, and then he was like, make a moment and all whatever. I was like, what?
and I'm just like, but at the same time, if this is what you want to do, and what you're doing is because you were a fan and you were watching it, you should be able to cut a damn promo.
That's
That's
not
true.
At
You
least
true.
should have
a
been. You
at
should have
least a
been
decent
practicing.
one.
You should have been practicing.
Yeah,
Like one of
Jay,
these days, if I ever get in front of CM Punk, I'm gonna cut the meanest promo ever. Da,
Jay,
da, da.
come on, Jay. If
So,
you was
so
put on the spot,
if somebody handed you a mic right now and said cut a promo, you mean tell me that you got a promo already prepared to cut?
I cut promos every day, but it's different though. I never want. I don't want to be a wrestler.
Jay, I feel like you could cut a promo.
He cuts a promo
I
every time he rants.
I could cut a promo. I know I could cut a promo, but I'm not saying that I already got something predetermined. It's gonna be
Oh
Yeah,
straight
no
up.
no 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 no.
no,
Yeah,
no,
It
no,
can't.
no.
It can't. It wouldn't be predetermined.
Mm,
But where you would run into an issue is if you try to cut a promo on one of the coaches or the host that came in. That's where you would run into issues. If you
well,
cutting
the
promos
problem is that
on
you
your
don't.
people, that's fine. But
Yeah, you don't cut a promo on a pro.
no, hell
You
no,
go
because he,
after one of the other rookies that are sitting there in the front
yeah,
row, and you cut a
yeah.
or just
promo.
do a a generic ass promo that can apply to anybody in the room.
Mm, that's actually harder, right? So if it's a competition and you're in a competition, and before you even get to the promo, you kind of already see who's the weak link out the group, or
There you
to
go.
you, boom, you cut a promo on them,
Hey, I'm
right?
going for the weakest person that's in there. I'm going to in the competition,
And
and
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna cut a promo
flame
on
his
them.
ass.
And y'all say I'm the heel of this podcast.
Hey, it's a competition. It's a competition. But
Hey, I
cutting a
agree with
promo, but cutting a promo on a pro, on one of the judges, on one of
That's
the
stupid.
trainers is stupid. It just
It's a lose lose.
yeah,
bro. You're gonna get flamed because
yeah,
if I was a pro, I'm coming right back at your ass, and
exactly.
I'll make you feel this little.
Yep.
Mm. All right, but Zano said keep a promo in the clip.
Got to, you gotta keep a
I
promo in the
mean,
clip.
they say that certain rappers have diss records written out to other rappers, even though they'll never use them. They have
Hmm.
diss records just in case.
Well, I mean, side note, we already know that the beef is always, if you look at whenever these rappers have beef, it's always right before an album drops. They go
Hmm.
back and forth for a couple of weeks, and then they announce that, yeah, I'm dropping the album in 2 weeks on the 10th. So we know that this beefs are made up to drum up. Never mind. That's a whole nother topic.
All
Whole nother
right,
topic.
so let's if oh yeah, so if y'all haven't seen the watch party, go back and watch it. Uh, just give us some more views, man. Uh, now title of this episode: She did it for Bianca. Have y'all been seeing the memes where they imposed her face on Rikishi's body?
Yes.
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 All right, overall thoughts. Anybody go? Overall thoughts on the promo, the admission. Do we still think it was just Naomi by herself? What we got?
So one, I'm excited, I'm disappointed at the same time. And
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out why, right? Bianca promo was pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, the girl got some acting skills. Like we might have to get her on the big screen in a little bit too, because she damn near had me convinced. Like
Hmm.
that shit was low key real the way that they were speaking
That
back. Her and
yeah,
Naomi,
that was like some high school
eh,
best friend drama
exact.
type shit.
It didn't feel like a normal regular promo, right?
Nah, it
I
felt
mean,
real.
she called her Trinity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like some shit on the street. You
Hmm.
know that some shit went down and stuff like that. It really did feel real life. Like they had me convinced.
Hold on.
Um,
Trey, you just said something. How do you feel when they do call them by their real names, like during promos? I'm glad that you said that. How do y'all feel when they call them by their real name? Because I
So
caught that too.
I'm not I'm not one of those that gets mad about it. The only time I don't like it is when you could tell that they only said it because they like messed up and just said their real name. Like when Nia Jax called Bailey Pam by accident. But she had no reason to call her by her real name. Like
Yeah,
but Bianca and Naomi or even Matt Hardy and Edge when he kept calling him Adam.
yeah.
Like I don't mind.
Mox just did it the other day.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't mind when the real name is used if it's warranted. This
Mm-hmm.
was warranted because of all the stuff that Naomi was saying to Bianca and all the stuff that Bianca was saying back, like, if you did this, we're done. We ain't friends no more. Naomi saying, how you left me for her. What did she ever do? Da, 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 da. Everybody's always leaving me. And it was like Bianca was trying to get through to the real her
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and break through because she was deflecting a lot. She was like, you need
Yeah.
to focus on WrestleMania. We need to focus on these titles. Don't worry about Jade. And she was just like, Trinity, what the fuck?
No,
Yeah.
Like,
no. She said, Trinity, stop gaslighting me.
she
Yeah.
said, you're gaslighting me first. And then she
Yeah.
screamed, Trend, stop.
So I mean, like the promo was. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it was real. But we gotta look at. You gotta break it
I'll be right
down.
back.
There's a lot of things to break down about what went down.
Mm-hmm.
For one, the Bianca finally telling Trinity or Naomi that she was done with her.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, I like this. But the biggest part of it for me was when Jade's music, or not music, but when the screen
Truck
popped
came.
up, you saw
Mm.
the SUV pull up and Jade get out, and then you saw Jade come out, and then to me was the seal of approval, right? Because when Jade came out, she stood at the top of the ramp, she
She
looked at
looked.
Bianca, and then Bianca looked back at her, and then she gave her the like, go
Have
ahead,
your way.
have
Have
at it.
your way.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
but
you, it's
it
the
seemed like
little things.
it seemed like it was more of a, I understand why you're doing it, kind of, not like a, yeah, get that bitch. Like, didn't seem like
No,
Well,
one of those.
it
but
wasn't like
no, no,
yeah,
no. But
it wasn't yeah, get her. It was do your thing, have at it. Like I
but that was.
put my hands over. I'm done with it.
But that's the thing. I don't think Bianca would have let Jay do that if Naomi didn't say
Exactly.
you're acting like a bitch.
No,
That's it.
ungrateful bitch.
You
Ungrateful
That
ungrateful
bitch.
bitch. There we go. You
that
ungrateful bitch. That was it. That was like, oh, now you okay. So instead of me coming back and whooping your ass, Jay here, have at it.
But
I'm
I
see,
done.
think
but
it was
then you
that,
have
and
to,
then it was also the fact that she said she wished she would have pushed her harder.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I
So,
think it
and
was a
soon
combination of those two
and
things.
sooner.
Yeah.
But you got to
So
think about it. See, and this is where I love. This is what makes a heel a great heel. Everything Naomi said was valid.
Yeah.
yeah,
And what makes people get on the heels side is when the face, like Bianca says, you're gaslighting me. How am I gaslighting you by telling you my truth? Number one. Then
Mm-hmm.
number two, what happened? Jade attacked her when she put her in her finisher. What did Naomi do? Screamed out Bianca
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because she still wants to be friends with me. She still loves Bianca. She's just
Yeah.
saying that Jade came and got in the way.
I mean, in her
Basically.
mind, she was saving Bianca from Jade. I mean, the way you break it down, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She believes that Jade was riding her coattail, and she
Mm-hmm.
believes that Jade was running off of the success of Bianca. And she did, she took Jade out to save her. I mean, even though we know it was selfish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Naomi
Two
wanted to be
things could be true.
champion,
Two things could be
but
true.
you call. I gotta give you props, Trey, because you definitely called the aspect of Naomi being jealous because they did the little triple threat match, and then Naomi got kind of tossed into the shadows, kind of put in the little storyline with Bailey, and kind of got forgot about between Jade and Bianca. So I give you props for that one.
Because they were supposed to be the big three.
Yep.
Yeah. They
And,
were literally calling themselves the big three like they was fucking
and that's
Braun
the
and
thing.
them.
And that's the thing.
Motion
Like when they
detected at the front door.
when they first started the big three, it was
Somebody trying to break in?
Somebody's at my front door.
Naomi. Naomi was the only one that wasn't matching, right?
Yep. Yep.
Until WrestleMania, where I think Jay was in gold, Naomi was in silver, Bianca had gold and silver in her attire.
Yeah.
And so she tried to bring it together and stuff like that. But we people gonna watch this as they go. Tonight, at SmackDown in Spain, That's where they're at, right? Spain.
Yeah, Barcelona.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barcelona. Barcelona. This shit's about to come full circle, and I feel like that Bianca's gonna throw exactly what Naomi said back in Jay's face because during Jay's promo, she definitely said that the fact that they went on, you know, to carry on this tag team without her and made her an afterthought. She didn't say Naomi made her an afterthought. She said they made me an afterthought. So I feel like Jade still got some animosity and beef against Bianca. She just ain't about to settle it on that aspect yet.
I want you
Yeah.
to just hear
She
me
wasn't
out.
responding to her text messages, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So me, I think the way that this storyline comes full circle is I think that we're going to get Naomi versus Jade.
Mm-hmm.
I really think it's going to be after Bianca fights Io after the triple threat match because we know it's going to be a triple threat match now with Rhea, Io, and Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't determine. I don't know if Bianca's winning at WrestleMania or not.
I don't think so.
Part of me thinks she is, and the only reason why I think she is because I think that she's going to take that title, and then I think once she gets the title, we're going to get the next night. We're going to get Naomi versus Jade, and I think that Bianca is going to use that title to smack Jade in the back of the head with it. And I think this is where this whole storyline comes into fruition.
Okay. So you still on the train that Bianca is a part of it?
No, I don't think Bianca is a part of it. I think what's going to happen is that I think as we get closer into WrestleMania, as the promos are going to be cut more, I think Naomi is going to make a valid point that Jade was using Bianca to kind of build her fame up when she first came into WWE. And I think Bianca starts to realize it, and eventually she's going to have to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going to happen in this match where she's going to have to pick a side. She's going to have to pick Naomi or she's going to have to pick Jade. And I think she picks Naomi, and I think that's when they both go heel.
Did y'all see well, hold on. Notice how the outfits were flipped from Elimination Chamber to the last SmackDown. They were wearing Bianca and Naomi were wearing white, Jade was wearing black. This time Bianca and Naomi are wearing black. Jade is wearing white with red on it like it's blood.
Yes.
So
And
I
that
don't know,
goes
you know what I'm
back
saying?
to that goes back to when they first started the big three, how it was just one was the opposite. One was, you know, kind of like out the picture. So
what do you think about the live portion of the promo? She got her she got her she got her apology from Bianca after saying you owe me an apology. And then she told Jade. Jade said that she knew forever that it was Naomi, but she sat on it, and that's why Liv was like, "You sat on it for weeks, while I kept getting blamed." And then she was like, and then Jade was like, "I don't need the title to beat your ass." Da, da, da. Liv said, "All right, don't fall on any cars before then." But Jade said when they asked her how you know it's Naomi, she said, "I got hit in the back of the head. I got thrown to the car, and I saw Naomi running away." How much do we believe that? How much do we believe that? If you got hit in the back of the head and you got thrown onto the car like that,
I
how
mean,
you
she
see
did
her
say
running away?
she said that she seen a shadow, like it was gazy and a gazy figure of Naomi running away. I mean,
I mean,
that's not.
did she have her glow boots on? Like, how can you tell?
I
And
don't know.
also, I still think that I don't know if Naomi was doing it alone because the camera footage of when Liv and Raquel were walking in, that looked like somebody might have took that as far
Could have
as
been
or not just security.
could have been Bailey.
Now I did see
Oh my God.
a thing posted up online, and they were talking about this storyline, and they were talking about how Naomi is covering for Bianca right now. So Naomi's taking pretty much all of the heat and all of the punishment from Jade to cover because Bianca has her title match, and she doesn't want Jade to get involved with Bianca losing the title. So right now, this is just a cover up for the fact that Bianca was the one who really took her out.
Mm.
I kind of like that theory too.
At least to what you said.
Both of them still lead to the end of
Yeah.
Bianca turning heel, but
Yeah.
So did you see Rikishi's reaction to the back and forth when Jade said, "Hey Rikishi, I'm still gonna beat her bitch ass," and then Naomi said, "You're a bitch."
yeah,
Like Rikishi takes everything like it's a shoot. He takes everything. He was like, wow, can't believe it got this far. It's like a 20-something minute clip of his podcast where he's talking about it. But um,
it
is that
keeps
all
me
y'all
on.
got? Is that all y'all
Yeah.
got on this? Because I want to move on to the other story about Jade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so it's reported that Jade had some heat with Shayna Baszler and other women in the locker room because of all people, Jade is telling people they need to work better. And they say that remember when she got tapped out by Shayna
Hmm.
at whatever match that wasn't the finish.
Yeah.
And we all said that looked weird because that wasn't supposed to be the finish. She choked her for real.
Yeah.
And I got a whole thing here about it. But initial thoughts on that before I get this pulled up.
I mean, listen, Jade has no right calling somebody else out on botches.
Ah.
Now, what I will say is we'll see how improved she is when she wrestles with Liv next Friday.
Yeah.
We'll see how much she has improved. But I mean,
I
I,
mean, I
I'm just saying
okay.
it's the pot
I
calling the kettle black. That's all I'm
I mean,
saying.
I agree with you, but I also was like, is she calling a spade where it says like Morse, where we have more
I see
like
what you did there. Shayna Baszler, Queen of Spades.
um like athletes, right? Because people in WWE, AEW, wrestlers are athletes to an extent, but when we talk about professional athletes, people who play basketball, football, and stuff like that, have turned out to be better wrestlers than people who have came from amateur or professional fighting backgrounds, like
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, her whole crew and everything. They just seem like they can't get the gist of being a wrestler. They still want to be a fighter. And then you got Jade, who is actually training to be a wrestler after being a athlete. So it's kind of like, I see where she get because we even see it like Shayna Baszler can't wrestle. Ronda Rousey couldn't wrestle.
I think
Anybody
it's
who
hard
came
for
from that
them to
background
get.
couldn't wrestle.
I think it's hard. Well, I think it's hard for them to get some of those bad habits out. And I'm not gonna say bad habits,
Yeah.
but it's more of what they do while they're while they're actually professional fighting.
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff you can't do when you're wrestling. So
Hmm.
it's reprogramming yourself. I mean, look at Brock
Well,
Lesnar when he came back from the UFC when he started wrestling again. He
Yeah.
was aggressive as fuck.
but
Hmm.
that's his character though.
Yeah,
Nah,
but it
but he
was
was.
it was it was over aggressive. Like he was overly aggressive.
Yeah, it
So
was to the point that
So
if anybody like did something to him, he was like throwing a real receipt at them. Compared to you remember, Brock Lesnar used to sell like a motherfucker when he was younger,
yeah,
and then when he went to
mm,
the UFC, it was just like, and he came back, that shit changed. Like he was just a pure fighter, and then he
but I,
had to get that culture of wrestling back.
but I agree with you.
yeah,
Look at
it was
Velasquez.
still
Look at Cain
it was
Velasquez.
it was
One
still
and
his
done.
character though, because once he came back as winning the UFC championship, he couldn't just be selling like that.
Nah, I get it, but still.
But this is
It took.
what it says. It says the criticism directed at Jade Cargill stemmed from allegations by other female wrestlers in WWE that she tended to assign blame to her opponents during in-ring issues and exhibited a lack of respect. One notable incident involved Cargill pointing to a bruise on her arm and telling Shayna Baszler that she needed to improve her skills. Baszler retorted that if they were engaging in a real fight, they both would be aware of it. Subsequently, when Cargill continued to attribute match problems to others, Baszler approached her to address the situation. This confrontation was not isolated, as Baszler sought to discuss the matter, but it did not lead to a resolution. Cargill reportedly confronted Baszler aggressively, indicating that Baszler was not going to back down. Witnesses, including other talent and management, intervened to de escalate the situation and separate the two. Baszler was then directed to collaborate with the production team on key elements for a television match that evening. After this incident, no further significant events occurred.
So let's break this down, okay? So basically, from what it sounds like to me, is that
Jade calling everybody out.
Jay called them out, especially
Everybody.
Shayna. I mean, you got to protect your brand, right? And you got to protect what you do. And wrestling is what you do, is what you make money. Botches can be bad, especially in the wrestling scenarios. You know what I'm saying? A botch
Enzo
can
almost killed himself on a botch.
that's what I'm saying. A botch can put you out of action for months, if not years, depending on how bad the botch is. So do I think that she was justifiable in calling her out? Yeah. Did she do it in the wrong in a wrong way? Yeah. I mean, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think that Jade has too much wiggle room to be calling other people out, especially multiple people out, for especially when she's been botching like crazy too. But at the same time, let's not act like Jade is completely green here. I mean, she had a nice little run in AEW. But it just goes to show that coming from one promotion to another promotion doesn't necessarily mean that you're up to speed. The biggest thing that comes to my mind is when Big Show talked about it. He talked about when he came from WCW to WWE. And he talked about how when he came into the ring and he saw the style of wrestling and how they were wrestling, he realized that, shit, I'm out of my element here. Like, I am far behind. Like, and WCW, he was saying that it was so easy. It was effortless. You pick people up, put them down. Pick people up, put them down. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really played him out to be the big man that he didn't really develop the skills that he needed when it came down to like actual wrestling. And he learned all of that in WWE. So
hey, I'm gonna just be Mr. Controversial. Jade cocky because she knows she a Triple H girl. She knows she the next chosen one. That motherfucker is cocky as shit right now. She got a chip on her back and she calling everybody out for it, for every fucking wrong thing that that they doing. I'm just gonna call it and see. I'm gonna tell her how it is. That's what it is. She's
I mean
cocky.
that too.
She's cocky. She was like number one draft pick in the NFL or the NBA. So she already got a chip on her shoulder. Yeah, she's learning. So she's like at this pinnacle. Like, if I'm learning and y'all doing some fuck shit, like y'all ruining my brand now. Y'all ruining what potentially can go right for me. So it is kind of a selfish manner that she's more worried about herself than she is worried about everybody in general. Yeah,
It's
I
no
say
one.
that.
No, it's no wonder CM Punk loves her so much. They the damn same.
And at
Yeah,
the same time, too, when Jade was signed to WWE, didn't she come in as one of the highest paid female wrestlers?
absolutely.
That's what I'm
But they
saying.
had
Like,
they had to get her from Tony Khan. They had to break her. They had to break her off.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Break that bread. All
yep.
right. So, how do we feel the build for WrestleMania 41 has been so far?
Mm.
On a scale from 1 to 10,
Yeah.
it's been a 7.
I was gonna say 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's been a 7.
All right. Well,
Okay, I'm
Jake.
gonna just say Raw picked up. It kind of it the past 2 weeks has slowly progressed, right? So with the whole thing with Jade, that kind of turned it up a notch. Then what happened on Raw with Roman coming back and taking out Seth and CM Punk, that picked it up because now it foreshadowed some shit that we talked about. Um, of course, we know this Cody and John Cena shit's gonna be slow. And I think what it is that why is this is slow and it's not as it doesn't have this turbulence like it did last year is because we don't have a lot of matches that have been confirmed yet. We
Yeah.
have two. We have two
Well,
matches that are confirmed for WrestleMania, and those are for the titles.
Well, technically
I'm gonna
four.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know right now. This for those of you that are watching SmackDown, I don't know where it is right now, but we finally got something that I can actually get behind when it comes to the I'm not Stephanie, Tiffy and Charlotte match.
Yeah, yeah,
The build to that Mitch, I said Mitch. The build to that match has been so ass.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
have no idea who I even think is going to win it because they haven't
Mm,
really been giving me nothing. You got Tiffany tagging with Trish just because they were in Canada. Then you got Charlotte getting upper hand on her 3 times in a row. Then you finally get Tiffany to get her get back a little bit today. They doing a damn CM Punk and Seth fighting in the ring, out the crowd, in the back to the ring before the next match. Tiffany doing swantons, missing Charlotte completely, hitting all the security both times. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. um, but then you have Jay Uso coming out and saying, because he knows he ain't main eventing neither one of these nights, so he comes out and says, "I don't care if I main event." like, like, all right, man, because their build ain't been that great either.
I mean,
Um,
their build has been
then,
him getting his ass kicked, literally.
yeah, and then you have your main event where two of the three people that make this are making this what it is are never there. They're
Yeah,
finally showing up on Monday. We're gonna talk about that. Well,
but
Cena is.
okay, okay. So with that, I feel like that what we've said before, Cody's so over with the crowd that I feel like that they feel like that he can, you know, his his presence can try to boost this up a little bit until we finally get, Cena there. When we get Cena there, then it's gonna draw some more interest. Don't know if we're gonna get The Rock. I'm pretty sure we should, but it
So I'll
They're
say
advertised. Him and the Rock and Cena are advertised for like a SmackDown like in like a couple weeks.
yeah,
this, okay. When it comes down to this build, is that I feel like majority of this stuff is going to come to fruition probably a week or
before.
two before WrestleMania.
Hmm.
That's when we're going to get the big build.
Yeah.
Um, the reason why I give it a 7 right now is pretty much all the points that you just hinted at. I think it could be a possible 8.5 if we had John Cena there and we kind of got his explanation on Elimination Chamber. I told y'all
Hmm.
they should have struck while the iron was hot. And the
Yeah.
fact that now we have to wait another week before we finally get Cena, on television explaining why he went heel. I kind of
Even if he even explains why he went heel.
This is
exactly,
this
but
is the thing. You 2 weeks post. Hey, within 2 weeks, I need new theme music. I need new attire. I need new look. I need all this new shit because a 2 week gap from what you just did.
I
Well, my
think I
thing
think
is
the
if
shit's gonna
he
hit the fan. I think the shit's gonna hit a fan about a week, 2 weeks out from WrestleMania. Is
I
when
agree.
we're really gonna get that. That now. Let me just comment real quick on Jay Uso, and Gunther. All right, I feel like the build for this match is so lackluster. It's not because of Jay Uso. I feel
Nope.
like it's because of Gunther.
Yep.
That is my take on it. Okay,
Yep.
Gunther is boring in my opinion. I'm sorry. There's nothing interesting about Gunther.
No.
He is another typical bad guy. There's nothing unique about him. He's so
Mm-mm.
superior. Nobody can out wrestle him. And you can even see it by the matches that they're booking him. They continuously put him in these stupid squash matches between quote unquote nobodies just so he can show his dominance when he's supposed to be dominant since he's taken the belt. So why are they doing this? The build up for that match is stupid.
And
right?
I promise you, if they keep the belt on him,
They're not. They're absolutely not.
They really, at this point, looking at it, they have no choice but to take the belt off of him.
Yeah, they're not. Honestly, it doesn't. If you talk about WWE does things for a reason, just like every company does, right? And the main reason is sales, merchandise sales, and ticket sales. Okay. And the way I see things is that Jey Uso was a United States champion for all of what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
I see title.
I'm sorry, Intercontinental champion for all of 2-3 weeks, whatever it was, whatever the time frame was, but it was short. And even still in that time frame, and I've said it, since he separated from the bloodline, he has been the face of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
That's a slap in the face to whoever has the title on them.
It really does.
It's a slap in the face. So it doesn't make sense to keep the belt on Gunther when you know putting that belt on Jey Uso is going to buzz and generate mad ticket sales. The merchandise is going to be off the shelves. Like, it's going to be insane once he wins that championship.
Hey, man. And look, we got a little premonition on SmackDown today. Jimmy Uso might walk out of there with the U.S. title.
I think he is, yeah.
Because he definitely put his bid in for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, can we can we talk about how Jimmy over there? Somebody said that he been stuck in the vortex so long he called them the U.S. tag titles, and then Solo come out there. He say fuck, and then Jimmy in there looking like what? Huh? What? That shit was funny as hell. Bloodline, man, what's going on with y'all, bro? But
that bloodline stuff is done and over with. They kill it.
Oh, and then one more match, because like you said, we only got 4 matches that have been confirmed. Pretty sure we're going to get Braun and Finn, possibly, maybe. We have it's enough time where that may not happen. Like you said, LA Knight, Jimmy, maybe. I don't know if any of the women's titles are going to be up there. I don't know.
So real quick, while we're talking about Jimmy, did y'all see the rumors surrounding Shinsuke?
That his contract is up?
That his contract, not only that his contract is up, but he's already announced, I guess, not announced, but he's already made it clear to the company that he's not re-signing with them.
And probably why they took it off of him. And
that was the main reason they took it off of him on free TV.
That makes sense. I mean, you gotta remember, Shinsuke's old, bro. Shinsuke's like 45.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is that he's going back to New Japan Wrestling.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah. So. And they haven't been doing anything with him anyway on TV. Like, I still can't get over that pointless ass filler feud he had with Cody. When Cody was just trying to find his way back to Roman.
Shinsuke had one good run for the title back when he was on his little undefeated streak, and then after he lost that, it was a wrap for him. It was never the same.
He had the lackluster championship match against AJ. Everybody thought that was about to cook, and it didn't.
It's because it's Shinsuke and that damn strong style. That's not wrestling.
So you look at you. AJ can fight strong style.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
But I wanted to talk about, speaking of the matches, I also feel like the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, I feel like that build has been all over the place. I understand the shock of having Io win it, but then you make her an afterthought to where she got to start slapping these chicks in the ring because they about each other.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that swerve because you got 2 of the biggest Goliaths in WWE as far as the women's division with Bianca and Rhea, right? And so that's the thing that we were saying. The focus was always on them, but Io is the champion, and of course they want to make her look strong too. So they're them pushing her away. Now she got to stand on her two toes, and she's already like a fan favorite. So I like that promo that they did on Monday.
I
That
mean,
yes, she's a fan favorite.
here's the thing. They're building EO up as the underdog. Let's just
Yeah,
call it for what it is, right?
very much
She's the
so.
she's the person that shouldn't be champion, but she has the title. But these other big dogs aren't really recognizing her as competition. And that was the whole reason for the double smack that she gave, because it was basically like, put some respect on my name. I'm the champion. Y'all supposed to be arguing over me. Like, y'all supposed to be arguing with me, not with each other. Neither one of y'all have a
Mm,
belt.
right.
I,
Yeah.
I will agree with you, JD, even though we know my opinion and my feelings on but I think that it was a clever way of setting up a triple threat match and them not just going the normal route with it.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then what's irritating me is what's up with this bipolar ass booging of Rhea. She loses the title to Io. She's in the back crying. Oh, it's my fault. I did it. Da, 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 da. Then she comes out the very next week. Bianca, it was your fault. Da, 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 da. You just cut a 4 minute promo in the back talking about how you the reason why you lost the match, not
Well,
because of Bianca.
well,
Now
we've
you
I
talked.
coming
mean,
out here blaming
Well,
Bianca for the whole
but
damn
it was
thing.
the
hold
same.
on.
But
We let me just say, because I caught that, and I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because we have mentioned this several times when it comes down to Rhea, of her taking her eye off the ball and costing
hmm,
her, right?
yeah,
She did it with when Dom was suspended in the little shark cage, and then she got jumped by Raquel and lost to Liv, right? She just did it again now with Bianca at ringside, and then she lost the title to Io. Rhea keeps taking her eye off the ball. Like, her immaturity keeps kicking in, and it won't allow her to focus on her task. So I think what they're trying to do is, I think they're playing on this, right, for the buildup of her focusing in and honing in. And I think in this match, it's going to be some type of distraction that's going to come into play, to where she's finally going to wise up, and she's like, I'm not falling for the distraction. I'm going to stick to,
yeah,
taking care of business.
yeah. She's a female Drew McIntyre right now. And Trey, you called it. You called you called it last week though. How Charlotte said that she was childish, and Bianca even said that during their promo that she was like, "No, now you're acting childish." Like
Yeah.
they're gonna play on that part where Charlotte called her
Mhm.
a child, and the way that she throws these tantrums. I hate saying that the full word, but the way she throws these tantrums and always wants to put the blame game on everybody else except her. But then even when she was like, "No, it was my fault." What? No, it wasn't. It wasn't my fault. It was her fault because she was never out there. But how many times have we seen Rhea come out there to see who the next challenger was going to be? Like, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? She's done that before. She hasn't always stood ringside and everything, but she has been caught in that era. So it's gonna this whole buildup is gonna be people calling Rhea out for her bullshit, and just like Jay said, she's gonna now have to start wising up and owning it.
Okay. Okay. I like that. Now, this will be quick because we kind of touched on it earlier. But what do you specifically expect to see from John Cena on Monday?
New
I
Monday
theme
at three.
music,
Monday.
a
Monday at
troll,
3 o'clock on
a
Netflix in America.
troll, a troll,
a
a troll.
complete I want to see a complete revamp. I'm telling
Hmm.
you, I want to see. And the funny thing about it is, though, the little mock video that you did on 2K, that's kind of what I want to see. I want to see him wearing the shirt like The Rock has, new music, new attire, like everything. Like, I don't want him coming out with the fruity pebble colors and all that other kind of stuff. If he's gonna go heel, he got to lean into it, and he got to go full on heel.
And that's the thing. Like a lot of people, they've already kind of showed on WWE Shop like his merch for Brussels, right? It was the red and the yellow with the socks, the hat, the shirt, and everything like that. I was like, all right, cool. I hope like they drop that, but I hope he comes out exact opposite. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this whole ordeal where he burns or just throws away all his hustle, loyalty, respect stuff. No, I need you coming out fresh, new brandy. Man, even if you came out and it was like, yeah, this is a fucking new world order, and then you hit a new type of NWO shit, I'll be lit for that. Like, I just want to see something new. I want to hear something new. But then I also think this is his first appearance. I feel like we about to get a troll.
Mm.
I feel like John Cena gonna troll the fuck out of us.
What if he won't? I feel like he won't do it now. I feel like if he did this, it wouldn't be until actually WrestleMania. But what if he actually did go bald, like the reports are saying?
I can't see it. I can't see it, but
I don't see it either. I don't
yeah.
either.
Well,
I
there's
can't see
a
it.
video on that I saw on X where he was shaking hands overseas wherever he was, I think Africa, shooting this movie, and somebody said, "Damn, John Cena turning heel saved his bald spot," because they showed him and he ain't had a bald spot no more. They
No,
just
Man,
plugged it.
that
that's
was a
called a
good
comb
call.
over.
Yo,
They
Called a
I
just
was
comb
just
plugged.
about
over.
to say
I
that.
say, I was like, did he get some hair plugs real quick?
Hey, that was a good comb over or a patch. Patchwork.
That's definitely a comb over.
I was like,
I
damn,
wouldn't
bro.
mind the buzz cut. I wouldn't mind the buzz cut.
Great thing is, if he went back to the old school Marine buzz cut, then he he can actually hide the bald spot for a
I
little bit.
definitely think that he's going buzz cut. I don't think he's going bald. I think he's going buzz cut. The buzz cut just looks more heelish, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I just need him. I just need him to scrap the shirts. I
It
need
worked
him
for
to
Mhm.
Kyle
scrap
Fletcher.
the jean
Kyle,
shorts.
Kyle Fletcher became more of a badass when he shaved out that hair off his head.
I mean,
True.
could you see Cena? Like, how heel would it be if he was in like some AJ style pants with the knee pads and you know what I'm saying, like actual like
First,
wrestling gear?
I
That'd be
mean,
nasty. That'd be nasty. I mean, I would hate
if
it.
he yeah, if he came out to like wearing some final boss type ish,
Yeah,
I would be like, okay, this shit is actually kind of that's kind of heat. Like, you
What
sold
a-
your soul to the Rock, so now you coming out just like the Rock. Yeah,
what
yes.
about
that's
the
heel.
what about the rumor that they're going to be called the Rock and Soul Connection?
Bro, whoever said that rumor, go ahead and throw that shit in the trash can again. Like, throw this in the trash. I'm not feeling that.
So what about
I,
the rumor that Travis Scott is supposed to be at WrestleMania in their corner?
Yeah, I've
well,
heard about it.
he's been training to be a wrestler. That's
And
what the reports are.
apparently, I don't know how true the reports are, but Cody's supposed to hit him with the what's his move? God damn it,
The
Crossroad.
Crossroads.
Mm.
I believe it. And
Yeah.
also, if the rumors are true, and I kind of hope it is, if Travis Scott's doing John Cena's new theme song, I want him to be at. I definitely want him to be at WrestleMania with them.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I think that we're not going to get the new John Cena until WrestleMania. Because
Hmm.
if Travis Scott's doing his theme song, he going to perform that live when John Cena comes out on
Oh yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
So I kind of
Honestly,
agree with JD. I think we might be getting trolled for a little bit.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be mad. Honestly wouldn't be mad, and this would be very heel. If he just walked out with no music. Remember how Tommaso Ciampa used to do it in NXT?
I was
Okay.
about to
So
say, it's been done before.
okay.
Yeah,
So
but not by him. I mean, Dolph
okay.
Ziggler's done it. Like when like remember when Dolph Ziggler would start his music and then it would stop
Yeah.
like a record scratch, and then he would just walk to the ring. I wouldn't be mad if John Cena did something like that. Like you hear the
All right.
and then it
Let's be
stops.
yeah. Let's be smart about this. John Cena is coming out to everything that he's been coming out to thus far, because what they want to get for his first appearance since Elimination Chamber is the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chants. They want those. So he's coming out to all his regular gear. He's coming out Fruity Pebble Cena. He's coming out Hustle Loyalty Respect, the original theme music. We're not getting shit new until WrestleMania.
Zendo, I
So he's gonna
can't
come out
agree with that.
In the
He's
Brussels shirt.
already heel. Like you can't slowly go heel after what he did at Elimination Chamber. He's full
I was like,
blown
Cody
bad.
already called him out today on Miz TV when he took
Yeah,
out the Miz. He's the
yeah,
only
Yeah.
person I want to talk to is John Cena. They
yeah.
both gonna be in the building on Monday, so yeah, he ain't got time for a slow burn.
Nah, it's
Nah.
not. There is no slow burn. He already there. He passed that.
Yeah, but
All
I
right.
think, but yeah, the whole ultimate change, yeah, we probably ain't gonna see that until WrestleMania, and
Probably.
that junk gonna be like very dramatic.
So we can decide it now. Well, we're talking about it. So WWE put out their list of top 30 heel turns. We don't have to go through all 30. Did y'all just want to do the top 10?
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
then, okay. So at number 10, they have Triple H screws over Daniel Bryan. At number
Woo!
nine, at number nine, they have Nikki Bella turns on Brie Bella. I was surprised about that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Jimmy turns on Jay Uso is number eight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Becky Lynch turns on Charlotte Flair. That's number seven.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh, Woods and Kofi turn on Big E is number six already.
Okay.
Dom turns on Edge. That's when he first joined the Judgment Day.
When he low blowed him.
Yeah, when he kicked him in the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Classic right here. Shawn Michaels turns on Marty Jannetty. You know, face through the
Yeah, that's
barbershop.
number 5.
That's number four.
No, okay.
Three is Seth turns on the Shield.
Okay.
Two is Hogan joins the NWO.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we know, and number one, we just saw happen. John Cena
Okay.
sells his soul.
Okay.
So
That's the top 10.
I agree and disagree with the top 10. For number one, Triple H turning heel on Daniel Bryan should not be number 10. When
Right. He was all
Triple H turning heel on Shawn Michaels is way bigger of a heel moment than when he turned heel on Daniel Bryan. I mean,
That's
Triple H.
actually not. That's not part of the top 30.
What?
oh my goodness.
It's
Really?
not in there. It's not in there. They have Shinsuke low blowing AJ at number 29.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, see, this is what we talk about with people that come up with these lists, man. This um
This is a WWE list. Somebody from the company made this.
yeah,
Because
they need to go back and they need to look at some of that. I can agree with the top 5. I think the top 5 are pretty accurate. Um I don't know.
I'm
For
sur-
some,
I'm surprised that Trish turning on Jericho was number 17.
who's number 2? Who's number 2 again?
Hogan
Hogan.
joining the
Zan-
NWO.
Xander, you said flip number 1 and number 2? Fuck out of
No.
here, bro. Fuck
Well,
out of here.
Zando is older. maybe there's meant more to him.
Hogan turning heel to me was always the number one top
I
heel
ain't trying to.
move.
I ain't trying to play. I ain't trying to play you, bro.
Yeah.
Hogan turning heel was always the number one top heel move until John Cena turned heel. And the only
Exactly.
reason why I say that is because they snaked us so damn good with it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I knew something was coming, but I don't care who you are, other than the people that wrote the damn storyline and Triple H. Nobody saw John Cena turning on Cody in the way that he did. So
Not in the way that he did, but I
that,
damn sure called that John Cena would be the one to take to do would take the Rock's agreement.
yeah,
Hey, and for those of you that have not seen me and JD's reaction, if you don't want to watch the full watch party of Elimination Chamber, go to our X page and I clipped it, and you will get to see our full reaction. Well, not full, but the best parts of our reaction to John Cena selling his soul to the Rock.
I wish I had my reaction. I'm telling you right now. If
I
I had my reaction
Zando,
recorded,
and I get it, right? What Hogan did joining the NWO definitely will always be top 3 of all time. But
yeah.
when you talking about something 25 years ago, like it served its purpose for that long that now, yeah, we finally got a moment that we could actually say we never saw it coming. We didn't think it was possible. We wished and hoped that it came true, and it finally did come true. That's why it's number 1.
What about Macho
Reason,
Man? Macho Man turning heel. Is that is
yeah,
that in the top 30?
yeah, the Mega Powers exploding. Yeah, that's number 15.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Uh, Let me see here.
I think that should have been a little bit higher, but okay.
They got Lita betraying Kane at number 24.
What about when
Mm,
she betrayed? Never mind.
mm,
Okay.
Nope.
They
Mm-mm,
have they
mm-mm.
have they have when Matt Hardy turned on Jeff.
At what
Okay.
number?
20. Uh what is it? What's this one? Number 30 was Kevin Owens betrays Sammy in NXT.
Mm.
Mm,
And then number 23 is Sammy saves KO at WrestleMania.
When he turned on the bloodline.
hmm
Yeah.
And then Paul Bearer betraying the Undertaker was number 12.
okay.
Uh yeah, so
What about Stone Cold turning heel?
nope.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
It's not even up here.
Oh, okay.
Ric Flair double crossing Sting is number 22. Mark Henry's fake retirement, speaking of John Cena, was number
What?
25.
Was
That's number 25.
25?
25.
Yeah,
To me,
I don't
hold
like
on, hold
that.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We got to talk about this, all right? Because
I'll send y'all a list.
I don't care what anybody says, all right? To this day, Mark Henry's retirement speech and then attacking John Cena is a top 10 moment. I don't care.
Yeah.
That was one of the best things WWE has ever put out. It saved Mark Henry's career, got him his title run. Final man, nah, that needs to be ranked so much higher, so much higher.
Tommaso Ciampa turning on Johnny Gargano. I'm assuming this is the first time. Is number 21.
Yeah, nah.
Uh,
Mm.
CM Punk drops the Rock is number 19. Scott Steiner joining the NWO is 18.
What?
I guess
No.
because he was turning on Rick a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bob Backlund turning on snaps on Bret Hart is 14. This one I think could have possibly been a top 10. Batista turning on Ray.
Definitely
Oh
could have
yeah.
been a top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's number 11.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
All
I'm
right.
fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And then shit, I might as well just finish it out now. Shane turning on the Miz is number 13.
Get the fuck out of here. You could have saved that. You could have saved that. Throw that out.
Bailey bashes Becky Lynch is number 26. This one doesn't even have the feud. It just says number 27. What's gotten into Finn Balor? So I guess that's when he was about to join Judgment Day, and he's just turning on everybody. Then Tanaka sells out. That's number 28.
All right.
Yeah.
All
That's a
right.
good note to end on because some of those they shouldn't even made the top 30. But all right.
Yeah.
Well, before we get out of here, I brought up black wrestlers and shout out to the Street Profits. They did win the tag titles today on SmackDown, but that brought me to a list that was put together by BET, and it was the top 15 black 10 damn top 15 greatest black wrestlers ever.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start from number 15. We got Jazz.
Okay.
14 Shelton Benjamin. 13 Naomi. 12 Jacqueline. 11 Big E. 10 Devon. 9 Bianca. 8 Bobby Lashley, JD's favorite.
Kiss my ass, Trey.
You the one that went on a rant in a lucha mask. I was just saying. Number 7, Ron Simmons. Number 6, Junkyard Dog. Number 5, Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné. Number 4, Mark Henry. Number 3, Kofi. Number 2, the final boss, The Rock. And number 1, King Booker. Booker
Yeah.
T.
So people gonna hate me for this, and because I definitely have a rant about this list. Okay. So first of all, shame on them for one Bianca's rating. Shame on them for Naomi's rating. They should have been rated a lot higher. Here is my gripe, though. Okay, are we really got Jazz You know what? Never mind. Not even that.
Nah,
Not even that.
don't do that.
I'm not even gonna do that. My thing is that, and it's going to sound so bad, but at the same time, it has to be said, and it involves The Rock, because I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'll continue to say it. I am a Rock fan. Will always be a Rock fan. I do agree that yes, he does deserve to be on this list because yes, he is a black wrestler. And I understand why they put him in the spot that they put him in. But I'm disappointed because I don't think that he should be ranked as high as he was ranked. They have never played on The Rock's black side except for when they were trying to throw tribute to his father.
Well,
Other
when he was
than
with
that,
the nation, that was the only time.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. The nation. Other than that, the only
He's always
thing
talk about Samoan.
they always talk about the Samoan side. Samoa, and it's such a shame because I think that The Rock does not get the recognition that he should be getting for being one of the top black wrestlers that have ever come out
The
of
fact
WWE.
the fact that when people talk about black world champions, it's like they're either hesitant or don't say The Rock. Because they're like, he's not
Yes,
Yeah.
black, is he? They're like, he's not black, is he? And I'm
because
like, yeah, he is.
they've never
He's literally
played
half
on
black.
they've
His
never
dad
played on
wrestled.
his black side. They've always
First of
played
all,
on him being Samoan.
if your daddy black, you black. Whatever your daddy race is, that's what you is.
I
Okay?
agree.
Point blank simple. Mixed kids, if your daddy black, you black. I don't care your mama white. Your daddy black, you black.
I mean, to this day, the only time that they mention his father is when he mentions him.
Yep.
You catch what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. But
they
they
don't.
mention his mama. They mention his granddaddy. They mention his
And
cousins.
that's why I kind of wish that, as much as I'm enjoying, or I feel will enjoy the Cena heel turn, Rock and Cody would have been a good team because their dads were a tag team at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And Cody gets mentioned more as a black superstar than The Rock sometimes. Because his dad had a black valet and he was so soulful. It was jokes running around that Cody's middle name is Raheem. Like,
I have to agree with that. I have to
Cody
agree with that.
Raheem Rhodes.
And
yeah,
it's such a shame because The Rock should get
it's
more
disrespectful.
recognition.
It's
He definitely
disrespectful.
should, and he definitely deserves a lot more recognition based off of the fact that he is half black, half Samoan.
Right.
But
And that and a lot of things is too is like if you look at his cousins, majority of them, like Roman's mom's white,
yeah,
right? A lot of the Anawati family, their dad is Samoan. Their moms are white.
yeah,
Majority of them. Now, Jay and Jimmy, they are like Samoan regardless on both sides. You know what I'm saying? On both sides of the fence. Rikishi wasn't
Yeah,
playing that.
and funny thing is, and they all marry black women too.
They all marry black women.
Every single one of them.
Yep. But and I get what y'all saying. Like The Rock, man, he's black. Like he's Samoan and black. At the end of the day, he black. So
Yeah,
I'm just saying for
he had hair like his dad. Look at the way his hairline was. He
I'm just saying
he
for
got
the
the hair
culture.
like the Usos and Roman.
right.
For the culture, I've always said this, and I'll continue to say this to this day, is that I feel like they should have let him play on that side a lot more throughout his career, and it
Yeah.
wasn't. It was always
The perfect time is when he was wearing the Versace and stuff like that. That was an easy part. Like he could have carried on the name the Soul Man and stuff like that. Soul Man Rock. Like that
Yeah.
could have been his name, if they wanted to play on that part. Because a black person back in those days wanted to be flashy, dressed to the nines and stuff like that. But they still ain't playing on
But
it.
I give him credit because I'm not going to take anything away from The Rock, and I'm not going to discredit him because he found his way of blending the two together
He
in
did.
that form, and he made sure that he always gave his dad the flowers that he deserves whenever he had the opportunity to do that. So I give him credit for that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, did you watch Young Rock or something, Xandal? Like, how you know that? Nah, but how we feel about Booker being number one?
Hey, I rock with it.
5 times. Five
Yeah.
times.
I met
Booker
Booker T in
will
the airport.
Booker
I met
will
Booker T in the
always be
Houston
number
airport.
one.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Booker T. Shucky Ducky, quack quack.
Booker will I do not contest that in any way, shape, or form.
Let
Booker
me
T
tell
is
you,
number one.
the promo against Hogan will always make Booker T number one.
Coming for you, nigga.
I'm
He
sorry,
shows
but
his true black ass.
for me, it was his feud against Stone Cold.
Oh yeah.
Booker T showed how black he really was when
Oh
he
my
started
God.
that feud with Stone Cold. That shit
Oh
was hilarious.
shit, he showed how black he was when he was teaming with Goldust.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
how? I guess. I mean, I really ain't too much else up here. How do y'all feel? Do y'all think that Mark Henry should be ranked higher than Ron Simmons,
Yes.
aka Farouk?
And well, no, because Ron Simmons technically is the first black champion that they've had.
He should be top 5 just off of that.
So I understand it. This is a hard one.
I would say because Ron Simmons was literally Mark Henry's like
Mentor.
was exactly right. So are they back to back or it's a gap between them as far as numbers?
He's number 7 and Mark Henry's number 4. Mercedes, Junkyard, and Junkyard Dog are in between.
Hey, I could agree with Mark Henry being above Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons served his purpose. Like putting him at number 10 would be like discrediting him in general. But looking at what Mark Henry did throughout, like Mark Henry did a lot. Like,
see, this is where the conflict comes in for me, right? Because when you talk about studying history,
yeah,
you study the history. I understand the value in what Ron Simmons brings. But for me, I grew up on Farouk.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And growing up with Farouk, and then you
APA.
growing up with,
Acolytes.
Farouk, and then you growing up with Mark Henry.
Sexy chocolate.
I put Mark Henry above Farouk, so that makes sense.
You not putting sexual chocolate above damn APA Farouk. Come on now.
Yes, I am all day.
Yes, I am.
I am.
House of Pain. Mark Henry. Yes.
Nah, he had a sugar mama.
Oh my God.
She gave birth to a hand. And
he also got caught. And he also got caught in the shower when he was cheating on China. Remember?
That is true.
Hey, at least they ain't put Viscera on the.
Hey, Viscera could have been up there, man.
Nah. We ended on that.
What about the Boogeyman?
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Damn. No love for Boogie.
All
right. Well, we kind of answered one of the subscriber questions when we were talking about LFG. It was from, he said, no Simmons, no Henry. What the hell?
He tripping. He definitely trolling on that one.
I feel like you can't be the first black person of something in a list of top 15 greatest black people, not be at least, in my opinion, top 5 or at least top 10.
Yeah.
You better not be number 15 though.
Right.
You should get the Bill Russell treatment where you're grandfathered in to the top 10. So you don't get ranked in the top 10, but you're grandfathered in because you were the first to do something.
Exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But all right, yeah. So I had a subscriber question, but it was, will LFG be a success? I think we all think it will be.
Yeah.
There's like the new Tough Enough. They're promoting it like crazy.
Yeah.
So
and I feel like they got the right people that's leading it. That's what's gonna do it. They got the right. They got the right.
And this was a Xandal question. But all right, y'all got I got anything else? Or we out of here?
Nope.
Nah, we out.
All right, everybody. Be sure to since they are overseas, I'm gonna do y'all like I did my compadres over here on Netflix in the States, 3 o'clock p.m. Raw will be airing live. So when John Cena comes out and all that, if you don't want no spoilers, make sure you turn on your Netflix at 3 p.m. on Monday Eastern time, so you don't miss nothing. I'll be at work, but I'll have it on. And he's saying no. If there was no Ron Simmons, there would be no Mark Henry. Okay, kind of saved yourself with that one.
Okay. I was going to say,
I really wanted JD to go on a rant about Bobby Lashley, but we ain't got time for that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But yeah, so yeah, I think that's all I got. All of our socials at the bottom. Yeah, this is Trey, aka Treyway, aka Friday Night Trey, and yeah, man.
hey, it's your boy Jay. No longer ranting Jay. So AKA part-time Jay. AKA Friday Night Jay.
And this is JD OTR Mike Drop, aka Friday Night Mike Drop, aka the Goosebumps is chilling. And this is episode 142. Peace out.
142, baby.
I don't know why Trey like me like when I do this shit.
Hey, CM Punk did. I was laughing my ass off when he did it too.
Peace, y'all.